Hi, you all. This is Love and Abundance Shows, and today is the third day of the 30-day challenge to a phenomenal Nigeria that we just started. And my name is Susan Makachime. Let me start by saying something remarkable that Shri Narendra Modi said, the Prime Minister of India. He said that good governance with good intentions is the hallmark of his government, and implementation with integrity is their core passion. Wow, I love that. See, it makes, okay, let me say that I have to point out to us that a government that has a vision and believes in her visions and the ideology of the nation achieve great things. And that is the case with India today, as to compared to Nigeria today under the administration of President Muhammadu Buhari. You can actually see the difference. These two people are almost the same age, and the two governments started almost the same time. But if you check their milestones, you will see a great difference. But that is not actually the topic, or rather this discussion of today. I say that to say, or to remind us, that we went to the polls a few years back to elect a government to govern our country, and we expected to have a government that her decision making does not depend on ethnicity or influence of any group of people or party. A government that every decision she makes should be for the best interest of the country and her citizens, and that is not the case with this government. And because of the present state of this great nation, you all should agree with me that we deserve an election of a new and alternative government, and not a re-election of the present government. And this time we need leaders and not just politicians, as we have always done. And every citizen of this great nation, I would add, that is campaigning for the re-election of this present government should be thoroughly checked, because you are either a predator or an imposter. Every honest Nigerian knows that there is an urgent need for a change of government, and you as a citizen of this nation to keep campaigning for a re-election of this same government, then I don't know what to say. It's just sheer wickedness. It's demonic. It's actually you are an extremist. You are a terrorist, a vampire. I don't really know the words to use for you, because it shows that you do not care about the lives of the Nigerian people. You care only about your selfish interests. So in this upcoming election, we should be wise. Let us remove any kind of sentiments so we can think right. Look at character in our presidential candidates, because character protects power and vision, and that is what we lack in the present government. And that is why the power is not protected and managed, which is the reason for the loss of many lives through violence, through vengeance, through poverty and terrorism. And now we have a country where you can expect just about anything because of lack of character in the leaders we elected. So, beloved Nigerians, I really want us to understand the role of character in leadership, because a leader with a strength of character influences the nation positively. So, as we go to the polls, we shouldn't forget that Nigerians have always wanted change, but they go the wrong way in choosing the government that will bring that change. And that is because they failed to determine the kind of change they want first and how to get it. See, if a person's life and possessions is as a result of his or her dominant thoughts and words, then the same is true for a nation, because it's the people that makes up a nation, and their way of thinking and how they speak is seen in the situation of that nation. So it is expedient also that we take charge of what belongs to us and handle it right, because if we do not, others will. We should understand that leadership is a behavior, it's an attitude and not a title. So let's vote for the leader who understands that and who knows that to lead this great nation to her destiny requires a lot. And such leaders we already have in the presidential candidates and their running mates. Such leaders are Atiku Abubakar and Mr. Peter Obi, amongst the other presidential candidates and their running mates. They fit into this more. Yeah, this is our nation. I want you to know that. And it is time to make it what we want to see. It's time to face our fears and hold strongly the great vision of this great nation, so we can together celebrate our great victories of success. But this will not happen if we do not become fearless, if we do not become courageous and bold. We have to have faith and believe in our dreams and visions, because there is nothing we are living for if we do not do that. And there is nothing our future generations will be living for too. So for us to have the Nigeria we deserve and desire, we require leaders who have the same dreams, yes, and visions and convictions also, and not the ones interested only in their selfish gains. Because a visionary must engage his vision in order to achieve it, because you cannot achieve what you do not know. So we need a leader who understands the true ideology of this great nation. And there is no such leader in the candidates for presidential election than Alhaji Atiku Abubakar and his running mate, Mr. Peter Obi. Yes. We need a leader that is an agent of change, not an enemy of change. A leader who understands the capacity of the office of his call. A leader with the right potential and ability to impart and influence this nation positively. So your decision to vote shouldn't just be a matter of political party affiliations. I urge you today to look at the leadership qualities in our candidates, because a leader is different from a politician. And Nigerians have experienced a lot of politicians in our government, and this time must be different. Let's come together and make it happen. That is what I can say. We deserve a leader to lead us to our promised land, rather. Let us examine the qualities in the candidates for election this time around, because the time of oppression is over in this nation. It's time to stop running the kind of government that devalues our own citizens. The thoughts and lives of Nigerian people has a long time been controlled by our elected government, and they have utterly surrendered to that system of government, and that is called oppression. It is time for us to look at what is going on in Nigeria. The people's spirit have been broken, and that is why what is happening keeps happening. And I'm encouraging you today, fellow Nigerians, wherever you are in the world, to pick up the pieces of your lives and spirits shattered everywhere. God knows how many million pieces. Decide to fight for what is truly ours. Many might not want to accept this, but the truth is that Nigeria has been broken by their own people. We have to reprogram our consciousness. Yes, know that you are a first-class citizen of this great nation. So refuse to accept the lies that are being told. I want you to remove every cloth of timidity in you. Occupy your space. Know what you ought to do and do it. It's time to articulate and activate that potential in you. Vote for the real change this time around. Atiku Abubakar and Peter Obi are the real change to recreate a Nigeria that will help us achieve and fulfill our dreams and potentials. So it's time to make Nigeria working. I urge you in this challenge to be an agent of change. Inspire everyone within your reach. Encourage them to vote right. Vote for Alhaji Atiku Abubakar and Mr. Peter Obi for president and vice president of this beautiful nation, and see Nigeria work again. Thank you so much for being with me until this time. Make sure you share this message. Let it reach the nook and cranny of Nigeria so that we mobilize our youths, mobilize the people so that we vote for the real change this time around. Nigeria is ours and we have to make it what we want to see. Thank you so much and God bless you. I love you and God bless Federal Republic of Nigeria.